right, all right, all right, all right. Hank, I think you were first name I saw. How are you doing? How can I help you?
Are you talking to me, Catherine?
No, I was actually talking to Hank. I thought
Oh,
Hank
okay.
was
I'm going to mute myself so I can listen to y'all. Bye.
okay, excellent. Hank, are you there? Okay, I don't have Hank. Sherry.
Hi. I had a question about the eye care stuff. It's actually my wife's account I'm on. My name's Kevin.
Okay,
So I have floaters in my eyes,
okay.
and I need reading glasses. I'm starting to have um, astigmatism in when I'm driving a little bit too, but I can still see good. But I tried your products, the castor oil with DMSO blend, 'cause I use DMSO
Yeah.
80/20 on my body topically for pain management. But I, at first, it seemed to be working good. I would use it twice a day, and I would use Revitalize, the drops that came with it, and then I would
So
follow
in
it.
in your eyes?
Yeah, I would actually put one drop in my eye,
Okay.
in each, and then I would use I think it was the 30/70. And
Yes.
sometimes I would put it in the eye, right? Sometimes on my eyelids and on the around my eyes. And at first it seemed okay, but then after like a week or so, my eyes started burning a lot. Um,
Were you using the revitalized before you used the 3070
yes,
every time?
yes,
Okay.
yeah. So I stopped using it, and then the burning went away. I don't know why else my eyes would have been burning.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I
but
don't I can't
no,
imagine that you had another reason for your eyes to be burning other than the using the Revitalize in the 3070.
yeah. That's at first it was okay. So I thought maybe I should try it again, and maybe it was a transient thing I was going to just happen to coincide with using your products.
Well, and that could be what I would want you to do before you started using them again is I'd want you to use the Revitalize um,
Just
on
that.
its own uh, for like 3 days.
Okay. And twice a day?
Okay, hang on. Well, nope. I want you to use it like 6 times in an hour.
Okay.
So every 10 minutes for an hour in the morning, every 10 minutes for an hour in the evening. It's going to hydrate and moisturize your eyes. And then we're going to add the 3070 after that. But we're going to
Got it.
take it slow so we can see where your eyes have a sensitivity. So there may be just usage sensitivity along with dryness that
Hmm.
caused, you to have that experience of that the burning or severe stinging.
Hmm.
So
And
there, but we can work around that.
so how many days should I do that? Just 1 day, 2 day, 3 day?
Nope, I want you to do it for 3 days.
Three
So in
days.
morning
Okay.
and evening. So 2 times a day for three
Six
days,
around. Hmm.
6 times an hour.
Okay.
So every 10 minutes for an hour.
And then see what happens and get back to you guys.
Yeah, and then after 3 days, I want you to touch base and be like, okay, I'm done with the 3 days. Here's how my eyes feel. And then what I'd like you to do is start the 3070. So you do the revitalize first, 3070, and then do the revitalize after.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So
And is it
that's
right
gonna
away or is it a period like an hour or just right away?
no, just right away. Just,
Hmm.
as soon as your eyes normalize, you drop the revitalize, you gotta blink. get your eyes normal. Then you'll do the 30/70, and then you're
Got
going
it.
to, again, drop the revitalize, let your eyes normalize, wipe away any excess,
Mhm.
and then go about your day.
I had an eye doctor I saw last year who said I've got some kind of condition that it affects the eye lubrication or something. I forgot what it's called. It's a common condition. Um, they
Is it
said there's
called
some
blepharitis?
might have been they have a kind of procedure that they said they could do for $1,500, and I was like, oh, yeah, of course there's that. So
Well, there's always that. There's
yes,
always that. Yeah,
um,
and I don't know that you would need whatever that is, but if if using the 30/70 doesn't get you where you want to go,
mhm,
then as far as, dryness in the eye and just overall eye health,
mhm.
then that's the time to start thinking about, okay, I need medical intervention at this particular point.
Right, right. That's why I wanted to try this first. I've had great results with DMSO for pain, like muscular
Yes.
pain and tendon and stuff like that, uh, and MSM too. Do you guys have any I have one more question that's totally unrelated. Do you have any knowledge or any products that could treat uh, aggressive foot toenail fungus?
So here's what let me ask you first, what have you tried?
Well, uh, um, Eucamin
Okay.
product.
So get yourself some tea tree oil.
I have tea tree oil, yeah, with something else in it. Yeah,
No, no, you need just straight tea tree oil.
straight tea tree oil.
Just
Okay.
straight tea tree oil. And you want to put it on like a cotton swab, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
gauze, and then put a sock on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Leave that on for half hour, 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Then take it off, let your toes breathe, the whole 9 yards. I would
Mm-hmm.
also use castor oil, but those two things will solve that issue.
And would castor oil be another part of the routine in addition to the tea tree at different timings?
I would just you do the tea treats, let it sit for 45 minutes. You want to not soak the cotton swab, but you want it enough that it's constantly penetrating, not just a tiny bit and not soaking wet.
Mm-hmm.
But what you want to do is just keep it so that the oil is connected to the toes for an extended period of time. Then you want to rub castor oil on, because castor oil is antimicrobial and antiviral.
Fungal.
So
And
antifungal, thank you, antifungal. So yeah, and those two things are going to give you a lot of benefit. If you have DMSO, or if you even want to use the 30/70, which I wouldn't blame you a bit, I would do this. If it were me, I would do this. I would do the tea tree treatment, and then afterwards I'd rub the 30/70, couple of drops of 30/70, put a sock on my foot, because the DMSO is going to drag the tea tree even deeper, and the castor oil
mhm.
is going to go with it. And all of that is, you know, a mix for just having your feet be healthy.
Okay, and can you put the just the castor oil? Like, what about the skin? Sometimes I get athlete's foot, usually
Yeah,
not, but can you put it on your skin too, your feet?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying tea tree. I was trying a DMSO with iodine, Lugol's iodine or something like that, and that it really I couldn't see a difference after a month or so. But I know this could take time. My father had it, and my grandfather had it, and somehow I
So
got it. It's almost it's a weird thing.
it's going to take time to correct it completely, but you should notice changes in a few days.
Yeah, well, I'll give it a shot. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
But you want to make sure you get pure tea
100%.
tree oil. Yeah,
Sure.
and with nothing else involved, just the tea tree oil.
Got it. Okay, great. Well, thank you very much.
No, you're more than welcome. Appreciate it. And get back in touch with me after you've done your 3 days of Revitalize, okay?
I will, Leslie. Thank you.
Excellent. Okay, Catherine,
Yes,
how are
Austin.
you doing?
I'm great. I have been wearing glasses since second grade. I'm a chef and I work the cold side of banquets, so I'm not necessarily exposed to flames and such. But there is,
Right,
you know, atmospheric goo in the air. And
right.
so I got myself your beautiful, by the way, it's so prettily packaged 3070 blend with,
Thank you.
thank you, with the Revital Eye.
Mm-hmm.
And so I start, and that was about maybe 3 months ago. And I stopped using it because I started with the Revital Eyes and I wanted to do your protocol of using that for about a week before I could added the 3070 to it. And I saw that, you needed to keep it cool and it was hot out here in Texas. So I popped it in the fridge, the Revitalize.
Yeah,
Well, when I went to drop the drops in my eyes, it felt like I had dropped jalapeno juice in my eyes. It was so intense. And I mean, I literally bent over in pain, just shock pain, not like, oh, my whole body is dying,
right, right.
but it scared the dickens out of me. So I tried it one more time after that the next day, and it happened again. So the third day, I just took the DMSO instead. And I put one drop in each of my eye before I went to bed. And I'm telling you what, when I woke up the next day, my eyes felt so sweet. And my lids, although I never seemed to have a problem before, my lids just seemed to like just slip up and down so nicely, and my eyeballs moved so well within the sockets. And I went to work, and it was great. And so I've been using the 3070 on my eyelids rather than in my eyes because I was
Okay,
kind of afraid not to use the Revitalize first,
right.
but I was still afraid to use them. So I've started to use the 3070 on other things like nicks and cuts that I get during
Yep.
my knife, extravaganzas and this and that. So I really love it, but I want to figure out, should I take the Revitalized drops out of the fridge? Do you think it wouldn't be such a shock?
So revitalize really shouldn't be that, it shouldn't be shocking. Like it really shouldn't be for people that have severe dry eye, it really does give them quite a sting. So but if you don't have severe dry eye, the thing I would suggest, since
Hmm.
you work around food and spices and varying temperatures,
Exactly.
how
Walking.
soon how soon after you get home are you using the product, or are you using it like in the morning before you even go to work?
I'm not going to talk about the Revitalize because I haven't been using it, but the 3070 blend I put in my eye before I went to sleep at,
Okay.
at night. Um, and basically, what I'm kind of afraid of is because my vision is so funky, and I do have astigmatism, and I'm nearsighted, and I wear some cool anti-hole eyeglasses and all that stuff, and
Right.
I drive to work, and I get on the highway and all this stuff. So I don't need to have blurry vision. So I just decided that I would take the drop, oops, in my eyes before I went to sleep, so I'd have an 8 hours worth marathon.
Right.
But I've stopped doing both until I decided to contact you, which I didn't realize that you had this wonderful webinar. So thank you for offering.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you. And I just started it last week.
Oh,
So it's new to me. You might see me futzing around with the technology because I'm not really sure exactly how everything works. But, I want to be able to have more conversations because it's harder for me, it's harder to really understand where everybody is as, we're emailing back and forth and just having these short spurts of conversation. And I'm getting six or seven conversations all at the same time and don't
Mm.
necessarily remember who said what about what. So it works better for me to have this kind of forum, and
Well,
I appreciate that you appreciate it.
may I say something about that? It's
Sure.
really great for me to sit here and listen to your answers with other for other people and their conditions because, like for instance, that gentleman who you
Yeah.
who was speaking before, and you suggested every 10 minutes, 6 drops for during an hour twice a day. Well, I could never do that, considering my stuff. But my eyes aren't dry.
Oh, excuse me.
His has
All of,
he has a
but
right.
all of our eyes are different. So we're all going to have a different experience. Nobody, I've had people use Revitalize and there's, I thought you said it stings. It didn't sting me at all. And I'm like, well, I should only make it for people like you. Um, but that's not the case for everybody.
Mhm.
And it really is more environmental. Like, what's your environment? How do you live your life? There's a whole bunch of other factors that go
Right.
into whether or not it stings you or not.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah,
I've had many people say that doing it six times in an hour, by the time they get to number six, like they don't feel it at all.
I
Like,
believe.
and I'm like, okay, so there is a level of dryness in the eye system that isn't available just to the blink.
Hmm.
So even though, like, I didn't think my eyes were dry when I first started using Revitalize, and it was obvious to me after the first dose, my eyes felt so different. I was like, whoa, like my eyes are drier than I thought they were. And the more I used it, the more I realized just how much dryness can negatively impact eyesight.
I guess we get accustomed to that and don't realize. Well, do you think that that it would be good advice then to not keep this in the refrigerator so it's not as much of a shock and to restart using the Revitalize?
So, given the heat where you are,
I really, it's
it
not bad. It's like 70 degrees.
okay, so as long as the product doesn't get above 80 degrees, you're not going to have a problem,
Oh, that's great to know because in the
right?
apartment it doesn't do that. Yeah.
Okay. No,
Loading.
that would be perfectly fine.
Oh,
And for anybody that's listening that does refrigerate it, take it out of the fridge. Like it's one of those things that's got to be habitual. Take it out of the fridge when you first get up in the morning. Take it out of the fridge and then go about doing whatever you're doing and then drop it in the eye once it's, closer to room temperature. There are people that love it straight out of the fridge. Like that to them, it just feels great. You got to figure out what works for you.
right.
But if you can tolerate it not cold, that's a better scenario for
I think
you.
I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely
And
going.
I also want you to try the six times in an hour.
Well, I'll have to do that on my day off
That,
because
okay.
I just want to have my vision altered enough that I make a mistake at work or I can't drive properly or something.
No, 100%, 100%. You have to do it when you've got some time to let your eyes, appreciate it and absorb it and go through that process and not have to perform minutes later.
Okay, so if I were to do that, I do that for 3 days in a row, twice a day, 6 drops within an hour, and then I can start incorporating the DMSO
The
castor oil.
30/70. Yeah,
And,
exactly. As
and
an eye drop.
you were explaining, just to reiterate, at that point in time, when I'm doing the double dose, I do 1 drop of Revital Eyes in each eye, and then wait for the blinking to stop, and then 1 drop each of the 30/70 blend in each eye,
100%.
and then blink. Now, you were mentioning to the gentleman that he then do another Revital drop in there. Is that
So yeah, and I said that to him because
right?
he's having the experience that the 30/70 is giving a big sting.
I see. Well, it's not doing that.
So
It's
yeah,
lids.
and if
Feels like a
30/70 is
baby.
giving Yeah, if 30/70 is giving you a big sting, as soon as you drop the revitalize, it calms it down.
I see. Okay. Thank you so much for clarity and for what you do. And I am really, we have degeneration in our family and
Okay.
that sort of thing. And I wore contacts for many, many, many years, hard toric ones. So I have some weird kind of thing going on in one of my eyes, just slightly, and that's why I got turned on to your products. And
Okay.
see what I can do about that. I did go to an eye doctor, and he did say, "Oh, you have such football-shaped eyes that your retina will eventually tear, and you will go blind." And I'm like, "You." On in a cartoon bubble over my head, and
A
everyone,
100%. 100%.
that
Like,
that was
yeah,
just
don't.
bedside manner gone wrong.
No, that's the meanest thing you could ever, like, I can't even believe that that's what doctors do. And
Freaked me out,
like,
and I
why do you need to scare me into whatever? Just tell me the facts of what's going on.
they didn't even give
And
me a solution. Actually, it was
yeah,
a
no. Yeah, yeah, there's no solution. By the way, I just want to let you know that at some point in your future, you're going to be blind. Have
yeah,
a nice day.
yeah. I was terrible. All right. Well, I'll let the next person speak. Thank you so much. And y'all remember, don't believe everything just because they're in a white jacket that you hear.
No, and here's the deal. And I say this quite, regularly. Don't believe anything, make them prove it.
Yeah, and I'm the biggest science experiment going. I am a living foods, raw food chef, and a juice therapist. And I'm
Oh,
not,
awesome.
yeah, I'm not doing either right now, but I live that kind of lifestyle, which is why I'm choosing your products. So I will go ahead and follow your instructions, and I will get back to you as I can on another free day I have and let you know what's going on. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Excellent. I'm
Thank you,
I'm
Les.
on I'm on like this on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday every week.
Congratulations. It's going to be a lot of hard work, but it's going to be very rewarding.
I love every second of it. So I appreciate you.
Okay, thank you. I'm done speaking. I'm going to press the button.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Hank. Hank, are you there yet? D. Harris.
I'm just listening in. I'm still waiting on my product. So once I get them, and if I have any questions, I ask them.
Okay, all right. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
So I appreciate you doing this. This is so great.
No, this is going to be a huge jump forward, I feel like, for a lot of people, including me, just because just from the standpoint of making products and having products, you want to know how they're landing for people. And some people are just less um forward, like they want information, but they're not gonna call me or come on the live on TikTok. And this just gives everybody an opportunity to have a conversation. And
Right,
it's the one thing that I feel like doesn't happen enough in our environment right now, as everyone, business owners are trying to invoke AI and have less, pay fewer people, so there's, less cost and you make more money, and it just doesn't fit well with trying to advance our ability to use our bodies. You know
right.
what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
you have to be able to talk to people and
Exactly.
have a conversation and know what's going on, and be able to make them feel confident that what you're telling them has value.
Right.
I mean, I don't want anybody to supplement my judgment for their own. I just want to give the information that I know to be true. And then if that it's valuable, then great. And if not, then that's fine too, because it's valuable somewhere. It may not be valuable to you.
Exactly. So true.
So that's how I look at it. So I'm gonna turn my camera off for just a minute because I got to move my computer and I don't want you guys to see get it, it all jostled around and all of that. So I'm just gonna mute myself and turn off my camera for a minute so I can adjust my. All right, it's a good thing that I turned my camera off because I dropped everything. Oh my gosh. All right, let me put this up. Okay, I think we had some other people come in. I heard the dinging. Rodney, you're muted. If you can unmute your microphone. If you have a question for me, I'd love for you to ask your question.
Hi, Leslie. Hank was speaking, but he said he asked, could you not hear him?
I can't,
And
I
he
can't
said
hear him.
that his mic is unmuted.
Are you able to hear me now?
Now I got you, Hank. I got you.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you, Dee.
All right,
You're
thank you.
welcome.
I've been using the drops for a little over 3 weeks now. I
Okay.
started using the DMSO with an attempt to try and help improve the floaters that I have been experiencing. Um, I've gotten over the initial burning sensation, and that's not a big deal at all. I
Okay.
can't really at this point see an improvement thus far, but the floaters have been a progressive problem for probably 2 to 3 years. So I know it's probably going to take a longer period of use.
Okay. And so here's a couple of things that I want you to do. Um, do you know what sun gazing is?
Sun gazing,
Yes.
I have heard about it, but I do not know the details.
Okay. So sun gazing is really just staring at the sun. And what you want to do is actually get out early morning sunlight, so before 9 a.m., and you are going to literally sit and stare at the sun. If you have uh, like photophobia, light sensitivity, then what you're going to do is just close your eyelids. But you're going to face the sun and let the sun's rays, they'll penetrate the eyelids. You just want to give that 5 minutes of time every day. The other thing that you can do is if you have a sleep mask, you can do the eye drops before bed, put a sleep mask on. That removes all light from the eyes for a period of hours. When our eyes don't have light at all, then all they're doing is repairing. That's all they're doing is working on repair. And I don't know how much light is in the space that you sleep, but for me, I was surprised at how much light is actually in my environment when I'm asleep. And my sleep mask has made a massive difference. And when I was working on actually breaking up the cataract in my left eye, it was severe cataract. Breaking that up, I patched my eye every night, and I noticed a marked difference after patching my eye for 1 week compared to leaving it, with nothing on it for the same, in a different week. Like the week to week, the difference was amazing. So those are two things because there's some of us have floaters that are just more, um, you know, more difficult to break apart, you know, based on our age, based on our environment, they're based on a whole bunch of other things. But the vitreous fluid where the floaters live, where the lens lives, it changes viscosity. So it's supposed to be this jelly little like viscosity, and it winds up getting more liquid. And that's where the collagen actually, comes in and breaks apart, or it breaks up, and then it clumps together. And that's what the floaters are. So you can't change the viscosity of that fluid unless you have a surgery, which isn't necessary. So what you want to do though is you want to give the eye the ample opportunity to actually do the work and get the products in that vitreous fluid in the back of the eye so it can break up those floaters. And having no light means the eye's not trying to do anything else functionally. Just mask it off. If you wear a sleep mask, wear a sleep mask, mask it off and while you're asleep, and then the next day take it off. I think you will doing those two things along with the drops will add a whole different level of difference in what you're seeing in your eyes.
All right, thank you. I'll try that.
Okay, excellent. Come back and let me know how it's going.
I'll do it.
Okay, excellent. All right. Devora, how are you doing, darling?
I'm doing good. Glad I got on. I talked to Dr. Andy today. You know, you and I have been talking about this extreme condition I have with my eyes. And so I
Yes.
talked to Andy today, and he actually wants me to go off everything, including his equipment, his red light, everything for at least a couple of weeks and just give my eyes a complete rest. So, I feel like that's, two steps forward, one step back, but I understand what he's doing. So I'm going to do that. But I had a question. When
Sure.
I went and I ordered product, I think Thursday of last week. I don't know if it's shipped yet or not. I haven't seen anything come through. But when I was doing that, when I was on your website and I was looking under, in the menu, it said eye care, it said ear care. Are
Yes.
you using 3060 or 3070 in your ear? Because I have horrible ring. I know this is about eyes, so excuse me, everybody else, but
No, that's
is
okay.
are are you using the 3070 in your ear? I have really bad ringing in one ear, and I wondered if that would make a difference or help maybe with that.
Yes. And that's why it's there because it really helps with tinnitus.
Okay, so
And
you're actually putting like just a drop or two in your ear,
one drop every other day.
one drop every other day. Okay.
And I also recommend that you're going to rub the 3070 around the back of the ear and then down the ear canal, down the neck.
Okay.
So you're going to use it
Okay.
externally and one drop internally. And every other day because you don't want your ear canal clogged up with oil and stuff like that. You got to give it time to absorb and then do its
Right.
thing. Because a
Well, and
lot
I have a lot of trouble, because of my visual limitations and everything. I have a lot of trouble getting one drop even in my eyes because I have to just kind of do it until I can feel it. So I'll have to be careful to try to only put one drop in my ear.
So the other thing that you can do is lay on your side, and
Hmm.
instead of putting it like in the ear canal, try and drop it close to the edge of the ear,
Okay.
and then just let it drain in
Okay. I'll
instead
try
of
that.
trying to actually get it in that little, we've got that tiny hole that you can put anything in. I just lay down and put it right on the edge of the opening,
Right.
and then just let it drip in
Okay. All right, I'm going to try
and do
that
that.
because
Yeah,
that drives
once.
me crazy. I just have it in one ear, and I'm not sure if anything's going to help it because I developed it when I had the brain tumor, and so I'm not sure how much it's because of the damage to the audio nerve. But
Right.
I believe your body. If you weren't born with it, then your body's made to heal it.
100%. I agree with that statement 1,000%. That's all there is to it. And everything on the earth is made to help the body heal it.
I agree. I agree.
So,
Okay, I'm gonna try that. That's what I wanted to jump on and ask you about today was the ear stuff, and then I'm just gonna take a week or two and not do anything else with my eyes. And he said, just give them a rest. I think because I started like 5 drops with you all at one time in October, but at the
right.
same time as when I started Dr. Andy's protocol with with the
The red
microstimulation
light
and the red
therapy.
light therapy
Right.
and he said, I think you have just so bombarded your eyes that you have stressed them a little bit and you need to not do anything for a week or two and just give your eyes a complete whole reset. So, but I am still doing the sun gazing and I jumped on right as you were talking about that. And I did want to say this. I have extreme photosensitivity because I have a geographic atrophy, which is dry macular that's advanced. And and so sun, oh my gosh, well, we talked last week. I mean, even in the house, if it's real sunny
Right.
outside, it bothers me. But I've been making an effort to get up right, I mean, right as the sun is just starting to break the horizon, so it's not like really bright.
Yeah.
And I've been sitting outside doing that. And every morning that it's not freezing cold and 10 degrees out, I've
Right.
been sitting out there doing it. Like I don't want my eyeballs freezing when I'm sitting out there. Yesterday it started snowing on me. Um, but I've been doing that most mornings. And as soon as the sun really starts to get up, I can't do it because it's too bright. But as
Right.
it's just breaking that surface, and I sit out there for, 5 minutes or so, sometimes 10 minutes, and I just sit out there and I just tell myself, my eyes actually love sunlight. Sunlight doesn't bother my eyes, which sounds silly.
Everybody's eyes love sunlight. That's
I am
that's
amazed at how much it's helped the photosensitivity. On the days that I do it, my eyes are not nearly as sensitive to the light, and you'd think it would be the opposite.
right.
But yeah,
Right.
sun gazing has helped me a lot to do that in the morning, and it helps me for the first few hours of my day. I'm not quite as photosensitive. Usually, then by noon, it starts kind of being bad again. But it's definitely helping me in the morning, and I'm doing the sleep mask at night too, which also does. Since I started using a sleep mask, it has changed my sleeping a lot.
Yes. Yes. You don't realize how many times you become casually awake in the
Yeah,
night
yeah.
because there's light that is attacking your eyes.
Hmm.
And just having a sleep mask on, the first couple of nights that I wore the sleep mask, the one that I got from Elizabeth W., that mask in particular, I woke up and couldn't orient myself. Like I was like, where am I? Couldn't
Yeah,
figure out. It was just that deep of a sleep that I just couldn't orient myself to the room I was in, at that time. And I was just like, wow, that's powerful to fall asleep that deeply that you wake up and you don't realize you're in your
and
room.
that's what I found is that I sleep a lot sounder and usually I'm 70, so sometimes I wake up twice a night to go to the bathroom. But I started finding that using the sleep mask, I was only waking up once a night. And now I'd say the last 2 weeks, probably 70, 80% of the time, I've been sleeping like 8 hours straight without
Right.
waking up at all, which I haven't done since my children were born 50 years
Right.
ago,
Right. And you were
and
so dead tired because you had
exactly,
children.
exactly, exactly. And so it does, a sleep mask makes a big difference. It's kind of surprising how much it does help your eyes. I didn't think, I was like, oh, I'll try. I got a free one with some product that I had bought, and I thought, oh, this is kind of cute. I'll try this. And boy, am I glad I did, because it sure made a big difference. And you're right. At first you wake up and you're kind of disoriented, and it's like, whoa, what's going on? Why is it so dark in here? And then you realize, oh yeah, I got a sleep mask on.
Yep.
If you wake up. But now I sleep so soundly that my biggest problem is, the other day I slept 8.5 hours straight without waking up, and I don't even think I moved, because I woke up, and I don't know if you've ever slept that sound where you wake up and you can't move.
Yes.
Like, like
Yes.
your body's
You wake up and you're
frozen
like,
because you.
how am I stiff when I slept
Yeah,
so well? Like, why am I
I
stiff?
know. You wake up so stiff when you don't move all night long, and you got to kind of get your body going, but it's worth it. I would definitely recommend a sleep mask and the sun gazing.
Yeah. And I think they're both significant to our eyesight, our circadian rhythm, because that's the other thing that changes when you wear a sleep mask, is it actually adjusts, and sun gaze. So those two things together. So wearing a sleep mask means your body knows that it is night, like it's
Right.
the day is over. But
Yeah.
the sun gazing actually wakes your whole system up and sets the circadian rhythm for the start of the day. So
Yes.
it actually does so many, and there's ganglion cells that get released that only get released with sunlight.
And I encourage everybody, if they haven't done sleep masks or the sun gazing yet, uh like don't do it and then the first or second day be like, oh, I didn't really notice any difference, because it actually took me about a week to really start noticing a difference and realizing, wow, I really crave doing that now. My body wants to go and do that in the morning, and sometimes if I oversleep and miss the sunrise, I'm really bummed now. Like, but
Exactly.
yeah, it's
Mm.
worth doing.
Oh, this is, I'm sorry. Somebody's calling me. I apologize. No, it
Nope,
is worth
I'll
doing.
let you go.
And I encourage everybody to do it, and I appreciate you encouraging everybody to do it because it is very beneficial to our eyesight and our eye health. And if you really want to have healthy eyes, you got to get some sunlight in them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's good for, it's a vitamin D download. So that's helpful too, because you're getting your vitamin D for the day. Your eyes are getting what they need for the day, off and running.
Yeah, I think it's really, really a good practice to have.
So keep it up while you're
Yep,
taking the break for a couple of weeks.
I am going to. Yeah.
I'm gonna chime in on the break, on the taking the break. I will suggest just one thing. Don't take a
What's
break
that?
from Revitalize. I'd like
Well, I
you.
asked I asked Andy about that, because I live in the desert and I was worried about my eyes getting real dried out again. And he said, I
Yeah,
really want you to take a break from absolutely everything. And so I don't know what his thinking is about that. I'll ask him a little more. I'm going to talk to him on a Zoom call tomorrow. So I'll get a little
okay.
more feedback on that, because I
Yeah,
thought the same
because
thing.
there's no DMSO in that drop. He may not realize that. There's no DMSO in that drop. It's, hyaluronic acid and organic vegetable glycerin in a Celtic salt saline solution. So there's
Yeah,
nothing in there that's going to cause any adjustment to your eyes. It just adds moisture and hydration. And
right.
you live in the desert, so you need
Yeah,
moisture and hydration.
yeah. I think so too. My body tells me to keep doing the revitalize. So I think I may do it, even though he said not to. I think I may do the revitalize, even, it just do that for the next 2 weeks, and not do anything else.
Yeah. No, and I think that's fair. And I also think when you come back in, you should do one thing at a time. Like for a
That's
week,
what he said.
add the red light therapy for that week and then don't do anything else. And then the next week, add the microcurrent and then add the eye drops or whichever you want to do it. Just add
Right.
them, take a whole week and don't add anything else.
And that's what he said. He said, after you don't do anything for a week, he said, then we'll add things back in one at a time and see how your eyes are adjusting or not. Because, he knows the issues I've got going on with my eyes. And I agree with you. The one thing I'm really gonna miss though is doing doing the Revitalize especially, but then also the red light therapy. I love those red light glasses. I mean, I'm only supposed to do them between 3 and 6 minutes a day, and it's really hard for me not to just keep using them because I really like how they feel on my eyes. But again, I'm gonna follow the advice of you and of Andy and just see how things go. And I'm determined that I am going to see better. So we'll figure this out.
No, 100%. And I love that way of thinking. The determination is there is an answer. It's figure
Right.
outable. So we just have to figure it out. That's all there is
Yeah,
to
I've
it.
got
We just have
I've
to
got an
figure it out.
appointment with my eye doctor this summer, and I intend to have him say, "Wow, I didn't expect there to be some improvement. I thought it would be worse." And I'm expecting him to tell me there's been some improvement.
Yes. And yeah, and I'm sure there's improvement, even though your eyesight isn't showing you the improvement yet.
Right, right, right.
We just got to keep working the process until we find that sweet spot. I have a customer who has Lyme's disease, and she has the hardest time using my products. She's had the hardest time because when she has a flare up, using the products is just really difficult for her.
Hmm.
Um, and she's wanted to stop. She's like, I can't use them because I have these flare-ups, and then it's really difficult, and I want to just stop. And I said, so let's walk it back. Let's take it one step at a time. Instead of trying to do multiple things, let's do one thing. Kind of what you're doing.
Right.
Don't do everything, don't do anything for a week. Just use the Revitalize. And I just had her use Revitalize 5 times a day for a week.
Yeah.
At the end of that week, I spoke to her and she was like, I can't tell you how good my eyes feel.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And she said, and it wasn't until the third day, using it 5 times a day, it wasn't until the third day that I noticed that they felt better.
Interesting.
But now at the end of the week, they feel great. And I'm like, great. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the 5 times a day, and then we're going to add the 30/70 once a day, only
Yeah.
once a day. And her issue is she doesn't have clarity and well, and focus really isn't the right word, but she doesn't have clarity. So really, it's things like when she looks at her finger, she can't tell where her finger ends and her fingernail begins. It all just looks
Yeah, I
like
can't either.
okay.
Yeah.
So I said, so that's our trigger point. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're going to pay attention to and see when that changes.
Yeah.
So we went 3 weeks of, 5 times a day, once with the 30/70, 3 weeks at later, boom, she's like, oh my gosh, like I painted my fingernails for the first time in years
Wow.
because I could tell where my fingernail ended and my finger began, and I could see where clearly where the cuticle was. And I'm like, that's fabulous. Now we figured that out. Now we're going to keep, I'm like, we're just
Right.
going to keep going. We're going to figure out what we need to figure out for your eyes. And I said, when you listen to my lives and you listen to me talk to other people about, instructions, you need to be deaf. Like you can't take anybody else's instructions and apply
Right.
them to your eyes. You got to do what works for you.
Right. And I realize that I have, a very advanced a vision loss. And so, I mean, I wish I had met you and learned about you 5 years ago, but I didn't. I learned about you today or not today, but in the last year.
Recently.
And I'm just going to keep at it because I just going to keep at it because I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And no matter how advanced my vision loss is, number one, I can keep it from getting worse, and number two, I believe I can get some vision back. And so that's what I'm working on. I'm going to keep at it.
I believe that too. I believe that too, because, and I believe it. Golly, what is going on?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I just cut up a dozen apples and I didn't even manage to cut my finger off, so I'm a happy camper today.
Yay!
my son came in, he goes, "You look kind of stressed. Are you okay?" I said, "Well, it's a little stressful for me using a knife." And I said, he goes, "You want help?" And I said, "Nope, I want to do this by myself." And I
100%.
did.
100%. And you know, when I first started this journey and I was told by the optometrist, like you're gonna have to have cataract surgery, and I got the same conversation. You're gonna have to have cataract surgery, and if you don't have cataract surgery, then you're gonna go blind
Yeah.
because the cataract will build up to the point where you're not gonna have any sight whatsoever, and that's just what it's gonna be. So you're gonna have surgery, and there's no other alternative.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what they told me, with the macular degeneration. They said, nothing we can do for it. It's just going to keep progressing until you go blind. So go home, go blind, come back next year and pay us the same amount of money to tell you the same nonsense. And so
Exactly,
I was
exactly.
finally like, that's the definition of insanity to keep doing the same thing. And, why am I keep doing this? And so
Yeah, and
that's when
how
I was
does
like, I'm
blindness
looking
have a
somewhere else.
payment plan?
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, I'm just saying, if I'm gonna go blind, what do I need to see you for?
Yeah. Because like my last appointment, I said, well, how about, how's my numbers for glaucoma and stuff like that? And he goes, oh, well, we didn't really check that. And I said, why would you
What?
not check that on my, semi-annual visits? And he goes, well, it really doesn't matter at this point because you're going to lose your vision to macular degeneration. So all the other things, I said, you haven't checked for cataracts or for glaucoma or anything. And he said, no. And I was like, okay, I'm not coming back anymore. I'm sorry. And sadly, I live in an area where there's not an alternative doctor. I mean, I don't have I have one retina specialist. So I'm just like, okay, we're done. I can do this. I can do this much damage by myself without your help. Thank you. And not paying you a fortune. So
No,
I
yeah.
will,
This is the thing. It's
yeah,
like if I'm just gonna wind up in the hole, I can dig my own hole. I don't need your help.
right. Exactly. Exactly.
You know, that's
All right. I'll let you help other people.
okay. Thank you. Appreciate you coming up.
All right. Love you, girl.
Love you too. Okay, we've got Kathy Vincent or Kathy Vinette. Kathy Vinette. Unmute your microphone.
Lord, is this how she doing it? Probably is.
Dee, did you want to say something?
Oh, yes.
Go ahead.
So look, three things. She mentioned the 37 for to put in your ears. Is that good for vertigo? If for someone that has vertigo?
So vertigo is a specific diagnosis, and vertigo is more in the brain. It's really not in the ear system. Um, so if you've got really diagnosed vertigo, then I would try using the Epley maneuver. You can do that. Um, and I know that there are medications to take that you can take for vertigo. But the 30/70 in the ear really is for ringing in the ear for tinnitus.
Okay, okay. And you also mentioned about the sleep mask, Elizabeth W. Is that the website?
ElizabethW.com.
Okay, okay. All right.
Yeah. Their sleep mask is linen and silk. So, it's two natural fibers that are really, they're just really beneficial and they aren't harmful to your skin or to your eyes.
All right.
And
And
it's a high quality sleep mask. It's worth every penny for that mask.
okay. Now, one more thing, because I got my instructions on how to take the Revitalize and the 30/70, but I also ordered the C Clear. I didn't
Yes.
receive any instructions on that. So can you tell me how to do that once I do get those products?
Yes. So the C Clear you can use any time of day. And I recommend that you use it 30 minutes after you drop the 30/70. So you're going to do, your Revitalize and your 30/70, wait 30 minutes, and then you're going to drop the C Clear. But you can also use the C Clear randomly anytime, day or night.
Okay, gotcha. Now for the C Clear, I mean the Revitalize and the 3070, how far in between do I need to wait to do the drops?
As soon as your eyes clear. So you're gonna drop the Revitalize. It's gonna take maybe 5 seconds for your eyes to really start to adjust. You're gonna blink open. So I recommend that everybody fast blink to open the eye. And then once your eyes are stabilized, you're gonna drop the 3070.
Gotcha. Okay, appreciate it. And if Deborah is still on here, I think she mentioned something about some red glasses for the eyes or something.
The red
Red,
light, yeah, red light therapy glasses.
what is that for?
So the red light therapy, and Dvor, if you want to come up and actually, chime in on this, red light therapy really is to um, enhance the eye's natural ability to heal itself. So that's the goal of those glasses is to just motivate the eye system
Mhm.
to induce more healing.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I understand is that because interestingly, and not that I give this much credit, but interestingly, the FDA actually approved red light therapy for eyes. And they've been using red light therapy in Europe for years. And the what it does, from what I understand, is it stimulates the mitochondria in the cells. And so that helps stimulate the cells in your eyes, the mitochondria in the cells in your eyes to help the repair process. And so they're just glasses that um, they look like something from Star Trek. They're just glasses that you just put on, and then as soon as you put them on, they I don't know, they have a sensor in them, so they come on, and and you're looking at this. At first, it's weird because you're looking at a pretty bright red light, and I thought, oh man, is this safe? And but then I'd done so much reading on it and knew it was, and then I actually got my glasses from Andy. There is, by the way, a lot of red light out there that you have to be careful about because it has to be a very specific red light frequency or you can burn your retina. So know that. And so don't go buy ones that are like being sold from China. But so you're just staring at this red light for 3 minutes and then it goes off. And then if you leave them on, they'll turn back on after about 15 seconds and you can do another 3 minute cycle, which is what I do. But I think you can wear them with your eyes closed, but they're much more beneficial from what I understand if you wear them with your eyes open and you do get used to it. The weirdest thing though, and I still have this to this day, is when you take them off,
Mhm.
everything is blue green.
Oh, wow.
Like everything. It was so weird. Like the whole room, lights, everything looks really blue green when I first started doing them, and everything looked blue green for about 15 minutes. Now everything looks blue green for about 2 minutes, maybe afterwards when I take them off. It's not as intense as when I first started doing it. And I asked Dr. Andy about that, and he said that he goes, no, that's a really good thing. He said, you want that to happen. He said, if your eyes are starting to everything's starting to look blue green when you take them off. He said that's a sign that it is activating the cells in your retina.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
That was
know
wow.
that if you do start using them, know that don't freak out when everything looks really blue green when you take them off because that'll dissipate after using them, for a period of time.
Okay. All right. So it would be best to get them from him if I was.
I think Dr. Andy would be the one. He's done a lot of testing on them. He knows what frequencies to use. I unfortunately had used something else prior to that um, I'm not sure how much maybe damage it might have done. But because I told him what I was using, he goes, no, 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 that's way too high of a red light frequency. So I think that he's done a lot of deep dive research and, he specializes in eyes. So I would reach out to him and get his red light glasses is what I suggest. Unless Leslie starts carrying red light glasses, then I'd get them from her.
That might be coming in the future. And Dee,
There we go.
that is Dr. Andy Rosenfarb, Rosenfarb.
Yeah, I follow
And
him every
okay, good.
time. Yeah, I learned
Great,
about him
great,
from you.
great.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I just want to read a little information from ChatGPT on red light therapy. So red and near infrared light can penetrate tissue and interact with mitochondria, the energy producers inside cells. So the primary mechanism involves a molecule called cytochrome, um, cytochrome C oxidase in the mitochondrial respiratory chain. So possible biological effects are increased ATP, so cellular energy production, reduced oxidative stress, improved blood circulation in tissues, reduced inflammation, improved cell survival signaling. And that would be, very significant for the rods and cones in the retina. So because the retina has one of the highest energy demands in the body, researchers are studying whether boosting mitochondrial efficiency can help aging retinal cells. The potential benefits being studied for eyesight or age-related vision decline. Some clinical studies show that deep red light, so plus or minus 60 to 70 nm exposure for a few minutes per day, improved color contrast sensitivity in people over the age of 40. The theory is that aging retinal cells lose mitochondrial efficiency, and red light may temporarily restore metabolic function. So, and here's the other thing that is really significant about red light therapy is you have to actually test your eyesight after doing red light therapy. So you want to see if you can read something that is a small font. You want to see if your distance vision is better. You want to test your eyesight to see if the red light therapy is actually bringing you benefit. And then if you're not getting benefit after a few weeks, you want to check, and I would check this with a doctor or a professional who knows about this red light frequency to actually get to make sure that you're using a frequency that's going to be beneficial to your eyes.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you both.
You are so welcome. Dude, I'm gonna have to move again because now this plug's not working. Oh. I don't know what is going on with my plugs most recently. I'm not sure if it's the plug or the cable. Change this cable out. Give me just a minute, you guys. I'm sorry. My computer's warning me that it's ready to die. Oh, finally. Success. Okay, now my computer's charging appropriately so I can stay on for much longer. Yay. All right, here's Coco. Coco, welcome in. So pay attention to my
Hello.
blog posts. I've got a blog post coming up this week. So probably on Friday it's going to get pushed out on red light therapy glasses and how to select them. And I listed a few vendors that would be, the quality enough vendors for you to consider purchasing from, or at least vendors you want to put in your, in your arsenal of information if you're looking for red light therapy glasses. Um, and there probably is a chance that I'm going to make them available on the Bearcat Body website once we get all of our inner workings worked out, so that we're doing things like shipping faster, and we've got all of our product making protocols all worked out. And today, for the first time, I had customer in Canada emailed and said, FedEx is not going to deliver my package unless they can see a material safety data sheet on the ingredients in the product. So I had to build the material safety data sheet for DMSO and for castor oil. And now that I have it, that's fantastic. But it's the first time it's come up. And believe it or not, it seems to me like every other week there's another first. There's, we've had so many firsts with shipping and customs, and oh man, um, trying to find quality vendors and being able to stick with vendors that can supply us at the level that we need. It's just been a roller coaster. And although it's been a lot of fun, it has also been a lot of challenging. Okay.
Hello, hello.
Is there how you doing, Coco? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in.
I'm good. I just left the office, so
Oh,
but I've
good
been
for
on the
you.
whole time.
No, thank you for that. And I'm glad you're out of the office.
Me too.
So Rodney, did I talk to you? Rodney Stout?
I don't think you did.
So Rodney, your microphone's open. If you're available, let's have a chat. I sat out in the sun this afternoon for like 20 minutes with my granddaughter. We were eating we were eating grapes,
Oh,
sitting outside in the sun eating grapes, and she was dancing to Taylor Swift's. So funny. She's dancing to Shake It Off.
oh
And
my
she's,
goodness.
she's two. So she's learned how to actually shake her body. So she's shaking it off. And it's just the funniest thing in the world, to say the least. Like, it's just hilarious. I just had so much fun. Like, that 10 minutes was the funnest 10 minutes. Watching her sing and dance, performing that song. I
She was
think
having
she's
a
gonna
whole concert in front of her Mimi.
she was. She's gonna be musical because she just, to be singing, and she knows the words to the song. Like, she can sing the whole song at two. I don't know that I could sing a whole song till I was like 24. I don't
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
Oh my goodness. Well, I see we have Kathy Vanette. We hear
Yes,
you. Did you have a
yes, yes.
question?
Well, hi, Leslie. I don't know if you remember me. I called last week. I'm in Florida, but I'm actually originally from Montreal, and I
Yes,
ordered products. Hi.
yes.
I haven't received them yet, and the order was placed on the 3rd. Is that normal? Because you had said a couple of days.
So I no, I'm gonna make sure that goes out to you tomorrow, because I know you're going back to Canada and you need to take
Exactly.
them with you.
Yeah, and I wanted to, yeah, because
Let
I
me
wanted to have them in the car with me, and my eyes are so
100%.
like tired, they're burning. And another question, by wearing the eye mask that I've been hearing tonight, isn't our natural like eye supposed to be blinking? And if you wear an eye mask, it'll prohibit that
So, not while you sleep.
at all?
No,
Oh, I didn't. Okay, because
you don't.
sometimes
You
I
don't.
feel that they're like it's like they bother me, like not all the time, but sometimes I feel it's like, oh, maybe my eyes just have to blink during the night and I'm not even aware of it.
So, if your eyes have to blink during the night, your eyes are
Hmm.
dry.
Oh, that's probably, yeah, because I feel my eyes are excessively dry these days. And I have been
Yeah.
sun gazing um prior to even listening to you. because I hear that it's good, whatever, and I do it either early in the morning or even if I walk during the day. I'm wondering if that's wrong. Like I walk and I don't wear sunglasses. I mean, I don't stare directly at the sun when it's peak hours, but I do walk without glasses.
So
Sunglasses, I
what
mean.
time of day?
Especially right now that I'm in Florida, like maybe 10, 11. But I do not wear sunglasses anymore since I've heard that the sun is good. I mean, they say not to stare at it directly, but
So if you staring at the sun is actually good for the eye, but only early morning light. So when there's no UVA
exactly.
and UVB rays out. So before 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
is the only time that is, and after sun, well, as the sun starts to set. So
Okay.
late in the evening as sun is setting and early morning as the sun is rising, that's when you can actually stare at the sun.
And that's when I
Um,
do that. Yeah.
okay. So if you are walking though in
Mm-hmm.
the day, like 11 o'clock, sun is getting ready to be at its peak. And
Mm-hmm.
especially if you're in Florida where it's just a significant sun.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not wearing sunglasses, you should be wearing a hat
Oh, just okay.
because you are negatively impacting your eyes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So I should be wearing a hat or sunglasses or
Or sunglasses.
okay. Okay. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. And I do feel my eyes are excessively dry right now. So maybe that is the reason.
Well, yeah. But I absolutely positively would encourage you. Wear a hat
Mm-hmm.
because if sunglasses aren't your thing, like sunglasses aren't a thing for me. I don't like sunglasses that they
Mm-hmm.
just don't work for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never liked them. Like even when I wore glasses full time, sunglasses were not something that was
Your
efficient for me.
thing, yeah.
I didn't like them.
Mhm.
But I would wear a hat. I'd wear a baseball cap. I'd wear other hats when I was just out in the sun. And I grew up in Florida for a good portion of my young life,
Mhm.
from the age of 8 to the age of 28, maybe 32,
Okay.
something like that. Um, so, you learn how to manipulate keeping the sun off your face and away from your eyes. But if you're out walking just openly, you're doing your eyes a disservice at that time of day in Florida.
I wasn't aware. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess that will be okay in Montreal because the sun doesn't. I mean, even there, sometimes it can get
Even
really
there,
hot in the summer. Yeah, you're
well,
right.
and it's whenever the UVA and UVB rays are out. So even in the
Um,
winter, in the dead cold, you
yeah.
can have UVA and UVB rays out, and that's going to negatively impact your eyesight,
Okay.
and your overall eye health. And if everybody has the opportunity right now, because this is a big deal, I think, on your
Hmm.
phone, if you go to your weather app,
Yes, it shows
it
the
shows the
UV.
UV index. You
Okay.
want to sun gaze whenever the UV index is 0.
Okay. Okay. So it shows you what time and if it's okay. What at how high it is. It'll show you like at different times of the day, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
So
So it
I
has to
mean,
be at zero. Both of them at zero, or I mean, does each one have a number, or it's like UV?
well, you want the UV index because they're calculating UVA and UVB. So
Mm-hmm.
as long as the
Okay.
UV index is 0, because right now the UV index is 0 because it's 7:19 and the
Okay.
sun
Okay.
is setting or it's already dark, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's 0. You got no issues. But you can actually calculate when the UV index starts to rise when you're paying attention to it. Look at your weather app
Yes. Okay.
between somewhere between 8:45 and 9 o'clock, the UV index is going to start to rise.
In the morning. Yeah.
Yes. So
Okay. So
Sunday
I
is when
should.
the UV index is 0.
Okay. Okay. So that's when I have to do it. Okay. Perfect. That's good information. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Leslie.
No, and that'll be
And
very, very beneficial.
And hopefully my package will arrive soon because I'm desperate for this package. And
No, we're
my
gonna,
daughter,
I just texted my daughter and said it's got to go out tomorrow and it's going to Florida. So make sure it's, the label is situated so that it's going to be one day because we're just in Atlanta. So it's not going to be,
oh, okay, yeah, perfect.
because if we do like, there's like 16 different levels of labels. So you can ship UPS ground saver, which could
Mhm.
take 8 days. You can
Oh,
do UPS ground, which could take 4 days. You could do UPS ground express, which
yes.
will take 2 days. And so often I'm now learning that there's no way to set, because on Shopify I can set a standard and say I always want to
Oh,
ship UPS ground. I'm now looking at every single order when I'm looking at the labels because UPS ground to Nevada is going to
mhm.
be 6 days, but UPS 3 day select is 2 days.
Oh, okay.
It's still ground.
It's still ground, but it's different
But
amount of
yeah,
days.
they work it differently. So you
Okay.
have to, yeah, it's like playing cards. It's like, what am I doing here?
I know, I know. This all this technology and all these buttons, and it's just a little bit too much for me.
I know. It's like,
And
why?
I stopped working, and it's like I almost like I think I'm gonna go find myself another job just to get my brain going and get back to it. This technology. I keep asking my kids, it's like, Mom, what's happening with you? It's like, yeah, I stopped working, and that's what happens. But
Yeah,
oh my
you
God,
don't have exposure to it.
exactly,
You
exactly.
have to force exposure. And
Yeah,
that's the thing that they don't tell you when you get out of a
the
working
workforce.
environment
Yeah.
is
Hmm.
if you're gonna stay attuned to technology, you're gonna have to force yourself into it because
Oh yeah,
in your normal
absolutely.
life, as long as you can work your remote, what else do you need?
Yeah. True. True. True.
That's the way I feel about it anyway.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
thank you.
agree.
I
Thank
appreciate you coming up. I really do. Thank you so much.
and
And
my
I
daughter.
promise you, this is going tomorrow.
Okay, and my daughter. Remember, I placed an order for her as well. Will she be able to have the access to these lives that if she wants to ask you questions or?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. It's open to everybody. So the link is on the front of the website. And I'm
Oh, okay.
emailing, anybody that's in so that's a subscriber to my emails will get
Okay.
an email every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday when the
Okay.
lives are happening.
Perfect. I'll let her know. Okay. Thank
Excellent.
you so much. Have a
You are
wonderful
more than
evening.
welcome. You
Okay.
too. Thank you for
Bye
coming.
bye.
Okay. Okay. Rodney. Rodney Stout. I don't know if Rodney can hear me. Okay, Rodney's the last guest that I don't think I've talked to. Everybody else I've talked to. And we've got Catherine still on, Coco's in the house, D Harris is in the house, and Rodney.
Yes, I believe you talked to everyone except
Okay. All right, all right. I was just checking emails because I was getting a bunch of emails at one point, and it was freaking me out. Okay. Coco, your order got shipped today.
Yay, thank
Everything.
you.
No, you're more than welcome. And I doubled it for you.
Don't make me cry happy tears. I'm trying to drive.
Oh my gosh.
Thank
No,
you,
there's
thank
no need to
you.
cry happy tears. You're all good. We're all good. We're all good. So, and tomorrow we're back on TikTok Live. So from 9
So
to
we're
11.
not today? Because today's Wednesday.
Oh God, yeah. So all right.
You got your days
Okay.
mixed up too, huh?
Yeah, I gotta use my hour break wisely because all I've had today is fruit. I've only eaten fruit today. And
Yeah.
I don't think a cantaloupe is going to carry me.
No, not till 11.
No, so I'm gonna go heat up some soup and have some soup.
And I've been working on the detox. I'm getting help from Aunt Viv,
There you go.
and but it's not coming out the way I it is and it isn't. So I'm still playing with that, but I should have that hopefully this weekend. That's another weekend project. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually trying to find some recipes for soups that I want to make for that
That's
for
the
that
easy
5 day.
part,
No, it's
actually.
not. How is it the
Yeah.
easy part? What soups do you make?
Well, I it all depends. I make all different types of soups. But my favorite is like tomato and fennel. I love, 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 love,
Yeah.
love, love.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
can
very simple. I roast up all the veggies, blend it in the Vitamix, and then I let it slow simmer on the stove. Oh,
right.
yes.
So
Um,
I want to make a broccoli leek.
oh, I bet that's good.
Yes. Yes. And I do the same thing though. Like I blanch the broccoli and then
Mm-hmm.
roast it in the oven with the leeks
Yeah,
and garlic. And then you put that in you got to put it in a blender with the
right,
vegetable stock
right.
and slow simmer it.
Yum, yum.
Yeah, it's delicious. It's delicious to say the least. But then I'm
Oh,
also looking at a cauliflower soup and a garlic soup. I saw this garlic soup recipe.
that might be pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, no, and it's like 50 cloves of garlic.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, no, that
Okay.
ain't playing around.
At all. Well,
So
the
I'm like,
insides will be good.
okay. It depends on how they it depends on how they, prepare the garlic because you can either,
Right.
you can slow cook it and it's mild, or you can, you know, make it stronger, roasting it whole and it gets stronger. So I'm like, I got to see what that's about because I love garlic. I love garlic.
Yeah, let me know how that turned out because I don't. Oof.
Yeah, no, I'm
I-
gonna make it next week ahead of time. I'm gonna make it ahead of time because I
right,
need.
right, right. In case you don't like it.
Right. I'm not gonna be there on the 11th being like, and I'm making garlic soup and I hate it.
Right.
Like I posted today, I ate a cantaloupe this morning. And so I posted my bowl of cantaloupe and me taking a bite of cantaloupe and I'm like, I loved it. It was so good. It was so good.
Wait
Absolutely
till you taste.
delicious.
Wait till you taste the cantaloupe juice. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can take it. I don't know if I can take it. It was just so good. I'm like, this is the perfect, like the cantaloupe was just at the right point of ripeness that it was. You
Yes,
know, it was perfect. So you gotta love a good cantaloupe to say the least.
indeed. We did have a question from, as soon as I can bring it back up, on YouTube from Samantha 5911. Does anyone have Dr. Andy's info to contact him? And as soon as I can quickly Google, I can get
Yeah,
that for you.
because it's AccuVision, right?
Right,
It's
Accuvision Eye
AccuVision.
Care.
Yeah.
Here we go. I believe this is the correct. I don't know. That might not. I don't think that was the correct website, but let's see here. Dr. Andy. Yep, here we go. It is right here. I'm going to put that in the comment. And matter of fact, I'll put the name since we're not restricted
No, we're not. We're
like
not.
TikTok. So here we go. Acuvision,
Exactly. We can
acupuncture,
say
and
.com and
wellness.
website and all kind of words.
Exactly. So the actual website is acuvisionacupuncture.com. The link just took you the long way around, so my apologies.
Yeah, and you spell his name Rosenfarb,
Right.
not
Don't do like
F-A,
Coco and spell it
not
like
Faub,
FAUB.
like. Ah, that was funny.
And for those that don't realize, I am Coco and I'm talking about myself.
100%. I don't talk about Coco. I only say wonderful, fantastic things about Coco because she is amazing. She is amazing, and don't even, because
Oh
it
my
ain't gonna end
goodness.
like you think.
At all.
I'm
Oh my
just
goodness.
saying. So I don't know if did you hear Devorah say that Andy asked her to take like a complete break from everything for a week, like take a week.
Yes.
Don't use
Yes.
it.
And I was in agreement with you about the revitalize. There's nothing in it that
Well, there's
would,
something in. I mean, it's not
I
MD.
mean, when I say nothing like DMSO.
Yeah, no, there's nothing that's gonna impact her eyesight or
Right.
cause any kind of fluctuation or anything like that. It really is just um, the hyaluronic acid and the organic vegetable glycerin.
Yes.
Excuse me, and the Celtic salt saline solution. I've got to see if they placed my order for the Quintown saline solution. I sent an email earlier. So today's Wednesday, so it must have been Monday, because I sent an email for the next 6 bottles of Quintone saline solution. 'Cause we absolutely are out.
Oh wow.
Well, it's just that time we hit
Right,
the
right,
sweet spot of everything's everything's getting pushed out. So, we backstocked a gallon.
right.
So we have a gallon on top of what's actually in the bins, what's been filled. We have a
Hmm.
gallon backstock. So we're okay for probably a week. And then we got,
Mm,
have it brought back in.
right,
But it's gonna come. I'm not worried about it.
right. We do have a question in the support email that I would like to read while we're waiting for
Sure.
people to come on in. We're down to 25 minutes. If somebody wants to come up and chat or leave a comment in the YouTube comment
100%.
section. So we have the email. It states, "Thank you for reaching out. I had purchased the 2080 formula. It was unfortunately too close, and I have to do the surgery in one eye tomorrow. Oh,
Okay.
my other eye also has one. So can I do the DMSO on the other unoperated eye? I have some macular puckering in that eye. Will it help that as well? Again, this is the eye that I have not operated. Thank you." Now,
Okay.
her initial issue, let's see, she may not have stated. No, she did not state. It was in response to um, about the live. So there wasn't a
Okay.
lot of additional information.
So yes, the DMSO and castor oil will help the macular puckering. Um, so that's going to be beneficial. Yeah, if you're using 2080 though, 2080 is the mildest blend. And I'm going to tell you, you're probably going to need to use it 6 times a day for the first 30 days to really start to get benefit. The 3070 would be more, my preferred blend for that situation. But it's just using it more. There's nothing negative. It's just going to be using it more. And
Mhm.
I think if you do that, you're going to be perfectly, perfectly fine.
Okay. Let's see if we have any other questions on deck. Okay, so we had let's see here. We had the same situation as I think it was Catherine I think it was Catherine regarding that she had stopped doing the protocol. So basically, this is another email stating, "I have been following the protocol and then stopped after 1.5 weeks. I would like to know what I can do so it does not burn my eyes so much." If you want to
So,
talk about the,
yeah, what you're gonna do is you're gonna use the revitalize and you're gonna use the revitalize 6 times in an hour. So every 10 minutes, you're gonna drop revitalize in your eye. And that is going to moisturize and hydrate the eye, and it's going to prepare the eye system for the other drops. So whether that's 3070 or 4060 or 4 and I or whatever else you might be using, that it's just going to prepare the environment so that you don't get a big sting or any kind of burn sensation from the from the other drops. It's going to relieve any dry eye issues that you've got. It's going to help, with your tear film your tear film will be more functional in the eye system. It just makes, it's like making your bed. It's just one of those beautiful things that just makes everything perfect for the environment of your eyesight and your eye health.
yes, got to get those dry eyes moisturized and hydrated.
100%, because that's where all the stinging and burning comes from.
Yes. Okay, so we have, let's see, this is also in the support. Well, this is from our contact us page on the website. Uh, okay, so she writes, "I'm trying to find out the full ingredients on your C Clear eye spray with DMSO.
I
I
spray.
just, right, that's what she said. She said
Okay.
eye spray. I just want to make sure there's no preservatives and I don't see the ingredients listed on the site."
Okay, there is a preservative. The preservative is Lucidol or Euxil. I'm sorry, not Lucidol, Euxil. Um, It's Euxil 9010 PE or PE 9010. And that is a natural preservative. Um, you can, look it up. It's well rated on EWG, and it's phenomenal. So there's no preservatives that actually cause any harm or damage in the body or in the eye system.
Okay, awesome. Let's see here. Okay, that's all I got on the emails and contact us page for now. I've been running through it this morning, so see if
Bless you
we
for
have.
that.
Could you hear that? I was accessing my TikTok.
You what?
I was accessing the TikTok to see if there's any messages there.
Oh my gosh. So, and just to give, whoever's listening and some information on Euxil. So Euxil PE 9010 is a broad spectrum cosmetic preservative commonly used in skincare lotions, serums, and other personal care products to prevent microbial growth. And what it is Euxil PE 9010 is a liquid preservative blend made from two main ingredients. So phenox, phenoxyl phenoxethanol, so that's plus or minus 90%, the primary antimicrobial agent, and ethyl hexane glycerin, which is 10%, and boosts the effectiveness of the phenoxyethanol. Like I gotta be able to say that word better. And helps disrupt microbial cell membranes. Together, they provide broad spectrum protection against bacteria, yeast, mold. This combination works because, okay, the ethylene hexaglycerin reduces surface tension in microbial membranes, allowing phenoxyethanol to penetrate and kill microbes more effectively. So the key characteristics are its paraben-free, formaldehyde-free, liquid preservative system, stable across wide pH and temperature ranges, effective in both leave-on and rinse-off cosmetics. Um, it's often used in creams and lotions, serums, shampoos, and body washes, wet wipes, natural or botanical formulations that need preservation. So, and the typical usage rate is 0.5 to 1.0 of the total formula. And I use it as at a 1.1% ratio to ensure that nothing is growing in any of the formulations that include water. And it is only in the formulations that include water. So the DMSO and castor oil formulations don't require a preservative at all. So that takes care of that.
Okay, that's all the questions that I have for a moment.
Okay, we're
Let's see.
good.
I had to get on the Wi-Fi so I could try to access the TikTok to see if there's anything there. No, I still haven't completed my replacement yet.
What do you mean?
The phone replacement.
Oh gosh, you got to get a phone. Like you got to
I
break into the real
know.
world and get a phone.
No, I mean, I have the replacement, but I still haven't turned in the other one yet. So I can go under Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got you. Like I can't use it as a phone, but if it's on Wi-Fi, I can use it as a mini computer. Yes.
Exactly, exactly.
And that works beautifully.
It does. Let's see here. Okay, so I can't remember if that was also Catherine that was talking about, or Kathy, one of the two, that was talking about they didn't put their revitalizer in the fridge. So um, this was a question from.
That was me, Catherine Chef, down in
There we
Austria.
go. See?
And I just want you to know that that bottle is now out of the refrigerator, and I'm going to
There you go.
6 drops an hour tomorrow morning when I know that the bottle has come to room temperature. So I'll sign off. Thank you so much. This is wonderful.
No worries.
No, thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
So this is from Angie B. Blessed on TikTok. She stated that she didn't put the Revitalize in the fridge and she wanted to make sure it was still good.
Yes. Yeah, you can refrigerating revitalize is totally acceptable. It's not an issue at all. You don't need to refrigerate the 20/80, 30/70, 40/60, 50/50. Those are castor oil and DMSO drops. You don't need to refrigerate those.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so this is from Rich Auntie on TikTok. She stated, "Is the Revitalize supposed to burn? My eyes are extremely dry, especially when I wake up. I can hardly move my eyeball."
Yes. So they're gonna sting, especially if you've got severe dry eye. So until you get some moisture back in the eye system, it's gonna sting. And the best way to like get that down to a minimum is use the Revitalize 6 times in an hour. So every 10 minutes for an hour, you're gonna drop a drop of Revitalize. The first few ones are gonna sting, and you're just gonna have to put power through it. By the time you get to the end of the hour, it will feel a lot better. By the end of the second hour, it'll feel amazing. So you got to kind of power through it. It's almost like having a scrape on your skin, like on the back of your hand or someplace. Anytime that anything touches it, there's a sensitivity there. When you have severe dry eye, your eyeballs are sensitive. So you're going to have to build up that moisture, and that's really going to take care of the sensitivity.
Okay, so we have a customer. This is also on TikTok. Their username is Still, Still. States they have one revitalized cataract in left eye with cloudiness, want to eliminate need for readers as right eye has no cataract. When using product, experience extreme burning.
Again, gotta
Yep,
gotta moisturize and hydrate those eyes. They gotta use the revitalize and really get the moisture and hydration up.
yep. Okay. Oh, they've been light on us today. I
What?
don't see any other questions in TikTok.
Well, that's a
Okay,
good thing.
I know, right? Let's see, let me check mine. Okay. And then just a few others just asking about their orders.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, go back to the email, make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so in the website chat, we have Danipa Diop asked, I have started using your products in October of 2025. It is great. I wanted to order for my sister back in Senegal, West Africa. My
Okay.
question is, do you ship there?
We can ship there. Yes.
And then the follow-up question is, let's see. Her sister has eye pressure and cataracts.
Okay. So
And as
glaucoma
far
and
as
cataract.
the causation of those, she stated that her sister has diabetes and the cataract in the left eye is severe. The right eye is still seeing well. Her eye pressure is in the 20s, like 20 to 24.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, she needs 4 and I 40/60. See clear with DMSO.
Hmm. Okay, we had a question from Laura Moore, also in the website chat. This 37 blend is also good for your ears, question mark, for wax buildup, question mark.
Okay, so it is good for your ears, absolutely, but not for wax buildup. It is good for tinnitus.
Okay, we have a question from also in the website chat from Linda Bossed. Let's see. I have, I have, oh gosh, I have been started on eye injections this year and diagnosed with macular degeneration and diabetic retinopathy. The injection sounds something like statin in the name. I need to look it up. Hit you probably know what it is. Do the drops have any negative interactions? And she did come back to state that the name of the eye injection was called Avastin,
Yeah,
Adastin.
yeah,
Uh,
Avastin.
she
Yeah.
said, I am pretty sure that is used for wet MD. Also, there's another comment. Diabetic, let's see. She said DM2. I don't know if that's for diabetes type 2. I'm assuming because you said it's
Yeah.
well controlled since being diagnosed 2.2.5 years ago.
Okay.
A1C 612, 6.2 for
Oh, that's
most of
good.
that time, and last lab was 5.9. It was
Okay.
likely pretty high for several years before diagnosed, and I ignored all the signs. I am frustrated with records, and they ended up sending me someone else's chart. No known drug, other allergies.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So
I'm
going
actually,
back, she has macular degeneration
and it
and
sounds like she's got wet macular degeneration.
Right.
diabetic,
Uh-huh. And diabetic retinopathy. Mm-hmm.
and
It's under
glaucoma.
control, and she's getting injections.
And glaucoma.
No. She's getting
Okay.
injections. Hmm.
Okay. So yeah. For an eye, 30/70, see clear, no DMSO.
Okay. Okay. That is, let's see here. It might have been one more. This one will take us on out because we are 4 minutes till, unless somebody else had a question.
No, unless somebody else pops in.
Okay, we had a question about what to use for floaters. That was from Laszlo Malner, also in the website chat.
Floaters 30/70. So 30/70 and the Revitalize. And I recommend the See Clear with DMSO also.
Okay. Okay. I can't find it right now, but we did have a question also in the chat, um, the website chat. They wanted to get a better understanding what the difference is between the 30/70 for an eye and the 40/60.
So 30/70 is 30% DMSO, 70% Jamaican black castor oil. 40/60 is just 40% DMSO, 60% Jamaican black castor oil. It's stronger. And then the 4 and I is a blend of DMSO, castor oil, Meliopanini honey, hyaluronic acid, and Celtic salt saline solution. So that's what that blend is.
And does anyone else have any questions? We're down to the last 2 minutes of the Zoom and YouTube live. We will be heading to TikTok live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, we will. And we'll be back here tomorrow from 6 to
Yes,
8 p.m.
yes, yes, yes. So in our Zoom meeting chat, we posted the elizabethw.com. So people can go over there, get their sleep mask. It is lovely. Oh my
It is delicious. It is
gosh.
delicious. It is the best thing. If mine wasn't in my suitcase, I'd take it out and show it right now. It just is delicious.
Yes, my sleep
So
is deeper. I still wake up several times in the middle of the night, but it's like one of those, oh my gosh, that feels so lovely. And then I'll fall right back to sleep.
100%, 100%. I only wake up now when somebody's bothering me.
Yeah.
So I'm living with a 2-year-old. You can imagine who that is. But
Right. We ain't gonna say no names, but it starts with an S.
no, 100%, 100%. But that little girl sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning, she's Mimi, I want to watch a show. I'm like, girl, you are far too
Watch that
awake to wake.
inside of your eyelids, baby. Go on
Exactly,
back to sleep.
exactly. Watch the back of your eyelids. That's what I want you to watch. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is, I told her yesterday, I said, this is where our imagination can take over. I said, I want you to imagine you're watching a show. Close your eyes. Can you see it? Is it the best show ever? And she was like, Mimi, where's your phone?
You
Oh
tried
my
it.
gosh. She's too much.
Oh my goodness. So DC Harris said, good to know. And she says, I agree. She is amazing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. She
Yes.
is. She
So
is. She
we
is.
are now at our 8 o'clock time limit for the
Yes,
Zoom and YouTube live. We will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If
6
you
to 8.
continue to like our live, come on over to TikTok if you just want to hear us talk some more. We're gonna be ta- we're gonna be talking about
Yes,
all
if
the
you like the
Bearcat body
sound of our
products.
voices,
Yes.
we'll be on TikTok live answering questions and talking to some additional people. So
Exactly. So catch us at bearcatbody.com and we'll see you there.
we'll see you there. Excited to be there. And just imagine I'm now going to go heat up my soup.
Yes.
Thanks for
See you
coming,
soon.
everybody. I really appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I got to figure out how do I end the Zoom.